Randall in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Glad you waited, sir. Hello.
Yes, my question is a simple one, actually. When I hear the president and the liberals say that we have to fix our climate, global warming, because it's going to destroy the earth and it's going to hurt our children. But I don't hear them saying anything that the national debt is going to destroy our children before global warming will. So why do they care so much about global warming, and then they put our kids in there saying it's going to destroy the earth and our kids will have no place to live and this and that, but they have no problems taking a credit card from China and destroying our country so that our children aren't going to have anything anyway?
Brilliant question. And let me endeavor to do your question justice in explaining the answer to you. Because you are exactly right. There are far, far greater immediate threats to the people of this country than climate change. I mean, even going on what the climate change believers say, we're still talking 30 years down the road. Or 50. You've noticed, haven't you, that climate change predictions are never for next year. They're never for the next 2 years. They're certainly never not for tomorrow and next weekend or next month. They're long after most of us have passed away. And there's a reason for that. What this is all about, all of this stuff in Paris, all of this climate change talk is about one thing, folks, and it isn't climate change. It's about a carbon tax. The United Nations is chairing this meeting in Paris, much as they chair other meetings, and the purpose of the United Nations in the modern era is to fleece the United States. Now, I realize saying it that way can not be productive in terms of persuading people, but believe me, that's what the United Nations is for. It's made up of people who think the United States is too rich and doesn't share enough. And since we don't share it, it has to be taken from us. We happen to have a president now. We've elected a president who happens to agree with them. That's what's new. We have a president who agrees with those people. The United States has too much, and it's unjust and ill-gotten. We don't deserve it. There is no American exceptionalism. There's just a bunch of accidents peppered with racism and bigotry and slavery and fraud that have enabled us to become the big superpower. It's time we gave it back. And the way to get it back is taxes, global taxation, particularly here a carbon tax. That's what really is on the agenda. That will be the solution. Because, look, there isn't going to be any agreement coming out of there. The one thing, China's never going to go along with it, and India's never going to go along with it, and we won't. All of which Obama knows. As I mentioned at the top of the program, most Americans are bored by this now. They don't believe it, and they don't care about it. And that is what makes it ideal for Obama to pursue. Do you realize the damage he'll be able to do in his third year using climate change as the excuse for every other policy implementation or executive order he signs? And he'll do it under that guise because he knows nobody cares. When nobody cares, they're not paying attention. This is an unobstructed path to more Obama power and using it as he sees fit under this false premise of climate change. It's saving the planet. He'll be able to implement all the other zaniness that he happens to believe in while he thinks nobody is paying attention because they don't care. Climate change is actually a fraud. There is no warming. The temperature record has been tampered with and faked, and that has been proven. It's all a ruse, folks, a 100% ruse designed to extract money from the American taxpayer. Back after this. Don't go away.